Alright guys, welcome back to another MCreator tutorial. So today what we're going to be looking at is basically a procedure block to send a update to another block. And the best way that I can actually demonstrate this is to kind of cover how this particular trigger works. So if we go into MCreator and take a look at the triggers, this will directly correlate to the trigger of the blocks. We have a signal block over here. This is the one that we're going to be basically sending the signal to. So if we go down to triggers, you can see there is one called when neighbor block changes. So basically what this will do is when one of the sides of the block has an update, what's going to happen is it will basically do an event. So right here, what all I'm doing is just placing a block 2 blocks above, so it doesn't keep updating the block. And then what this is going to be doing is just basically adding a block above the current block that's actually getting the signal. So how we're going to be basically triggering that is through another procedure though. Now if I were to place a block right next to it, that will count as an update. So same with destroying it, it will update if it basically changes. So the nice thing about this is the blocks next to the corners and stuff don't actually trigger an update. So it's only the ones that are directly connected to the faces of the block. So on all 6 sides directly. So with that being said, we know that only these blocks are going to trigger the update. So with that information, we know that it's out of range of this block down here. So if we right click on this block, you can see that it's already sent a signal to the signal block and it's basically told it to update. And then that basically triggers the event for placing down the golden one. Now I would go back further, but it's a little hard to see. So I might try digging into the ground a little bit. So let's go here and you can kind of see as soon as we right click, it will go ahead and place that block there. So all right, so with that being said, let's take a look at the procedure block and then we will go ahead and wrap things up. All right, so we have 2 procedure blocks. We have the one from the signal, and we already covered this one, but I'll cover it again. So when we're getting a neighbor block or an event that happens on the side, what we're doing is we're just basically placing the block here 2 blocks above. And when we're actually right clicking on it, that's the procedure block that we're actually going to be getting the information from. So this is when we set the right click on this particular block. And if we go to our right click procedure, we can see that I'm using the update/notify block at and then 3 blocks above, which is just below the actual block that we're going to be testing for. In one of the spots, it's actually going to be notifying that area. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th block above is going to be the actual block. And then our 3rd one just below that is where we're sending the signal to, which is directly connected to the face. So we can go ahead and just pop in game quickly and I'll show you a little more of a visual so it's easier to understand. So we have, I'll grab a different block so it's a little bit easier to kind of see the grid. So we'll grab this one. This one's pretty good. It has an outline. So we have 1, 2, and then that's our 3rd block where we're sending our signal to. You can see when we place that block, it actually sent a signal to the thing. So when we're doing that, we're sending a signal directly to this block right here. After that, this block takes over and says, okay, I have received an update. Now I need to basically run the script. So that's basically how all that's working. So again, with this, we're just putting it 3 blocks above, which is just under the part. You can find this particular block under procedure blocks, actions. And then if you scroll down a little bit, there will be a block here that says update/notify block at XYZ. And then you can basically offset the coordinates for this one. So hopefully if you found this tutorial useful, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, rate the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.